The same as his.
Same January 15th. So we did lots of things together.
I think that is, what a connection to have.
Yes, and he really sort of motivated us and taught us a lot of things. And it was a tough time in Montgomery during the 40s.
Yeah.
And the 60s, and the 60s, you know, when he was there. We learned a lot, and we struggled, but we made it. Yes.
You actually, your upbringing is amazing because your mother cooked every day and had expectations, which I think we see in front of us here. Some of that has remained with you, obviously. I know you've passed it down to your kids. Your mother expected you all to sit nicely at the table,
yes,
with correct manners, and if she'd boot you out if you didn't behave,
right,
it doesn't work on my kids. And you all knew how to set the dishes, and you had nice dishes. She was into the family dinner.
Yes.
She also was into a family breakfast.
Every morning before school.
She really had, she had her ducks in a row, as they say. I mean, she because now we're talking about getting back to the family dinner, because people are busy, the digital age, etc., and nobody seems to eat together. So I think that's something that she instilled in you that you continued, I guess, with your children, your 3 children.
Right.
Which is a beautiful thing. And she cooked everything, and I guess she had you all helping, because you had what? You had 2 brothers and 4 sisters?
3 sisters. And
3? I can't keep track because there's so many kids.
4 brothers.
And you all were helping out.
Right. For breakfast. My sisters and I set the table every morning for breakfast before school, and we helped with the breakfast. And every day after school, we set the table and helped with the dinner, and 7 kids sit at the table together for breakfast and dinner.
Your mother really made a point of having fresh ingredients,
right?
And just cook from scratch. And you described some of your holidays, Thanksgiving, how she would cook all day, and you all would help. And you know, this is a beautiful culture, I guess, to have to pass on.
Well, I passed it on with my children. I also cook every day. Even today, I still cook every day.
Well, you're still married to the same man.
I'm still married to the same man,
as we said, which to me is amazing. He's a preacher?
No, he's an electrical engineer.
Electrical, same thing, right? And he's the reason you came to Gaithersburg from Alabama to begin with, and sort of ended up having your children here and spending your life here, right?
Yes, he was with IBM. Yes.
Right. Okay. So now, what I guess possessed you? You cook every day, like you said. You raised your kids. You have 2 grand boys now.
Yes.
Why did you decide to do this? Why make a cookbook?
Well, for many years, my students and everyone enjoyed my classes. They enjoyed the food that I prepared, taught them how to prepare. And Ms. McDonald, why don't you do a cookbook? So I said, and I love Southern food. So I said, well, okay, I will do that. So I worked on it for about 8 years, trying to get it together. 8 years? Yes, trying to get it together, and you know, working and teaching and family, and trying to do all the things, same at the same time.
It's an ongoing project,
right?
As all of us moms have something on the back burner, and the front burner, and the middle burner, right?
Right. So I finally put it together, and when I retired from teaching, which was 2005, I put it together and submitted it.
And here it is. It seems like you're too young to retire, because it just came out, though. I know this is fairly recent release. Right. What are some of your favorite? We're going to make something today. I've been stalling because you know how I am in the kitchen, you people that have been watching me. And Claudine's going to be patient with me because this does look like it's actually doable. But what are some of your favorite dishes that you grew up with that you've continued the tradition in here?
You know, the Southern recipes. The banana pudding is always a very good. The peach cobbler. I love desserts.
Me too.
The sour cream pound cake is a family tradition. The ribs, the Southern way, cooking the ribs the Southern way is it's in the book, the barbecue sauce for the ribs. Everything is homemade.
Yeah. I mean, you went to the farmer's market and got...
The farmer's market.
We're talking real ingredients.
Right.
No bones about it. This is serious stuff, right? Possible.
As a child, we would go to the farmer's market every Saturday to buy fresh foods. So here in Maryland, I always tried to find, you know, the Butler's Orchard or the places that sold fresh ingredients and fresh food. So that's what I did. But I have made so many of the recipes.
So many times, probably.
So many times, and they. The lemon bread is another delicious, zucchini bread is another delicious bread to make. And
I see you have some things from the restaurant also, from the
yes.
shrimp boat days.
Right.
That's how you probably really got a real good hands-on experience in cooking
cooking.
For crowds, so to speak.
Right. And we had a lot of our friends would come by to help us do our chores because they enjoyed my mother's cooking so much, and she would have some of the friends had